Hello everybody, good morning to one and all. I am Kranth and I will be teaching you something about introduction to computers and fundamentals of computers regarding so many things. Alright, so today when I speak about fundamentals of computers, yesterday we were been learning about MS Word and we have successfully finished the MS Word and how to use that and how to create a document or a rich file. So today I will be teaching you about how to basically use documents. I think everybody have this basic important thing to note, because everybody wants to know about documents and how exactly the documents will be used and what is the main important thing that we can follow in documents. So when I speak about documents, what are documents and what is the most important thing to remember in the documents, and I will be telling you about it. So today let us see the slide here. We have introduction to computers. When I speak about introduction to computers, in introduction to computers we were been learning about MS Word and MS. We have been learning about MS Windows, and we have been learning about so many things. It's not only one, or it's not about only MS Windows and MS Word. We have been learning about operating system. We have been learning about so many things, hardware, internals and external parts of so many things. So now, when I speak about fundamentals of computers, yes, documents play a major role in the operating system and the interfaces. So now let us see what is creating new documents. Upon starting Microsoft Word, a new blank document will be created. Alternatively, a new document may be created by selecting the file drop down menu located at the top of the main Word window and selecting new. You must then select the type of new document you would like to create. Don't forget to save and rename your document from the default name after creating it. Alternatively, the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+N may be used. I'll repeat once again. Upon starting Microsoft Word, a new blank document will be created. Alternatively, a new document may be created by selecting a file drop down menu located at the top of the main Word window and selecting new. You must then select the type of new document you would like to create. Don't forget to save and rename your document from the default name after creating it. Alternatively, the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+N may be used. So yes, when you're creating a document, how would you basically create it? So that's what I'll be telling in the Word especially, or in the PowerPoint, or any other MS Office you use, or any of the softwares you use. Few of the commands are very much important for you, because these commands will actually help you out in creating the new documents or using the new documents. So this is the most important thing that you have to remember. All right. So now let me show you the straight way of creating a document. All right. So let us see here. I'll take you with the desktop. If you can see, I'll just go to Microsoft Word. As I was been talking, okay, we have something called as new. All right. So we have blank document and we have blog. We doesn't require this, so let us go with this and then create. Or you can directly press Ctrl+N. And how do you do it? Ctrl and N. So there is a new document which I have opened. If you can see, this is a new document. All right. So I'll minimize this, and we have already one. I'll close this. Okay. So this is the command that I was been talking about, Ctrl+N. This is to just create a new document. And always remember, guys, while you're saving, or let me save. Once you're saving, please rename your document as my file 1. So this can help you in saving the files, alright. So we have saved it. Okay. So Control O, that is open my file open. So we have opened that, alright. If you can see here, we have my file 1, that is what you have created the earlier. This is the way we create the new document. Okay, this is what you have to remember, guys. And always remember, when you're typing or something, always make sure that you have, okay, you have something called as increasing the text. Okay. Always make sure you create the document with a header and then start with the border. So this is what I just want to tell you for the new document. So now let us see the next slide. As I have said you, we have, when you are talking about the creating new documents, we have this is Windows 2010 basically, and you have, once you go to the file, you have new, and in new you have blank document, blog post already we have seen, recent templates, sample templates, my templates, new from existing. So this is a way you can basically select any of the things to create a new document. So this is what will help you out in understanding the things on creating a new document, because when you don't know how to create a new document in the MS Word, we really can't go forward, isn't it? This is an example that I just want to give you. This is actually a showcase of the blank document on how to use it. So now let me take you with the next one, opening new documents. As I have said you, to open an existing document, first locate and select the file menu and select open. In the dialog box that appears, browse to your file and press the button labeled open, located at the lower right corner of this box. Alternatively, the keyboard shortcut is Ctrl+O that can be used. So people, you actually want to open something which you already have done. Usually you go and double click that file when you actually want to open that. But apart from that, if you really want to open, you're doing something, and if you want to open or if you want to find the last used document of yours or the last edited ones of yours, so how will you do it? Basically you can't really open that, right? So I'll tell you what is the easiest way to open that after you have opened a Microsoft Word. Alright, so let us see here. So I'll take you with the Word. Okay, before going ahead with the Word, I'll show you something. So okay, so here we have APSSDC docs, and we'll do something. We'll create a story. I'll go to Google, and then what I do, I'll talk about Isaac Newton, and then I'll basically put all that in my Word. Okay. So this is what we have created. I mean, a basic view of the Isaac Newton. So this is a presentation that you have been doing about Isaac Newton. So I'll save this as my file 1 and I'll close it. Alright, and now I'll open something called as APSSDC docs. If you can see here, we have APSSDC docs, and then here to open that, I mean, if you want to open the last file, you just have to click control, I mean, just see the keyboard, press control, alternatively press O, or parallelly press O, and then you have my file, and then just hit the open here or directly enter, and that thing got opened, isn't it? My file got opened. So this is the easiest way that you can do, and by putting this here you can edit this. Alright, so I have opened the last previous file. So this is opening the file in the Word. So please don't forget this, because these are the shortcuts which help you in understanding it. And now let me take you with the next slide. Opening multi-documents. Opening multi-documents is very similar to opening a single document. First, locate and select the file menu and select open in the dialog box that appears. Browse to the location of your files. The keyboard shortcut Ctrl+O may be used to access the open dialog box. To select multiple files, hold the Control key and click on each of the files you want to open. Alternatively, you can hold the Shift key and then use the arrow keys to select multiple consecutive documents in a row. Once you have selected the desired documents, press the open button. So people, there would be situations where basically you want to open so many files, or there will be situations or where there will be time when you actually want to open more than 1 or 2 documents at a time, right? So when I say to open so many files at one particular time, the only thing that you can do is by just selecting the control button, by by selecting through your pointer, or by putting on Shift and parallelly by clicking the down button or the up arrow, you can basically select few on a row. And control is to select few selected files. So this is how you can just open it, and I'll give you an example to see that. Okay, so let us see here. So I'll take you with the windows. So I'll open a blank file, that is by Control N. So here is a new folder. Then if I want to open so many, then what I'll do, I'll type Control O, and then I'll go for the selected. So we have two, one is day schedule and one is script. So what I'll do, I'll select this both by just mouse, and then I'll open. So we have all the two which has got open. So these is something which you have to remember. So easy, isn't it, how to open it? This is the easiest way to open something. And I'll show you another example just by hitting Control O, or you have open here. Okay, so once you go to the open thing, you have here the recent file or the recent things that you have done. You can just select any of it, like this is the recent one that you have done, this is the recent one you have done. So I'll go here, I'll type this. obviously the APSSDC document have opened, isn't it? So this is the easiest way, or else I'll give you a good example. Okay, so this is what I am typing. Okay, and I'll put some bullets. Okay. I am just giving a basic understanding about the document. So this is what I have done, and Control S I'm doing to save this file. So I have closed it, I'm closing it. So now let us go with the Microsoft document or Microsoft Word. I'm going for Microsoft Word and I'm just opening this. Okay, so I have opened it and I'm going here and I'm just opening the file. Okay, open, and you have the recent one, that is APSSDC docs. So once I open this, you can get that the last edited thing on your computer. Easy to remember and easy to open, isn't it? So always remember, people. So this is what you can basically use to remember. Okay, so always this thing helps you in opening the quick documents, or opening multiple documents. This can be used. At the same time, what I just want to do, here is one of the Word documents and I want to open two multiple files at a time. So I'll open it simply by putting Control O. I'll go for desktop, I'll select APSSDC and your Microsoft. So these both are selected. So now I'll do open. So I got both of the things open. So now what I'll do, I'll just minimize this. I'll copy from here, have copied, and I'm going to the Word and I'm pasting it. So this is which can help you when you're opening multitasking things at a particular time. Or in here, if you want to open some other file, because so many things that you people guys together do. So open, I'll go for my file. So here about Isaac Newton, there is some matter. So what I'll do, I'll just copy till here, Control C, and then I'll go for the next document and I'll show up the between and Control V. So we have Isaac Newton's thing here, and I'll little modify it and give some font, or I'm very sorry. Okay, I'll select that and give another color, or basically I can give white too, or probably not. Alright, so this is the best way to use two or more at a particular time. Okay, if you're not able to see, then basically I can increase the text that you people can view it. So this is how I'm actually doing the Word in a very fast way, because so many people will go there, they'll look at there and they'll type here instead of copy pasting it. So it's very easy. It is so easy to do all this, isn't it? So, and if you want to have all these things saved properly, just type Control S, save. That's it, done. Okay, so now when I say, alright, so if I open this, I have this, isn't it? So this is the easiest way that you can remember about all this. Alright, okay, done. So this is the Word. Alright, now let me explain you about the next thing. Now, so this is one of the examples how to make it possible. I was telling on opening multiple documents. So this is the way you actually open the multiple documents, by pressing it control, you select one and then select two by just clicking the mouse, and then you can open it. So this is the easiest way that you can basically open the multiple documents, all right. So now let me take you to the next slide. Saving a document for the first time, this is the most important thing, because so many people work but they won't save their works, all right. They literally, I mean, you people always work, but the only problem that you people face is you never save your files and then you get confused on saving them. So now I will show you, or I will tell you what is saving a document for the first time. If you are saving a document for the first time, you should specify a file name and the location to which the file will be saved. You should specify a file name and the location to which the file will be saved. To save a document for the first time, select the file drop down menu and select Save As. The Save As window will appear, at which point you should locate and select the location that you want the file to be saved to, as well as naming the file what you would like to be called. I already have said you about this. It's just the saving. If you can see, we have to simply save a document without renaming or locating it. Locate and select the file menu, that's all. Select the save option. Alternatively, the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+S may be used. Already I have said you saving is very easy here. You just have to save by putting Ctrl+S on your keyboard, like once you parallelly press Ctrl and S on your keyboard, you can save any kind of Word document. So if you don't want to name it, just save like that, or if you want to name it, once you put Ctrl+S or once you type save as, or once you go for save as option and then click it, obviously you will get a pop-up saying that you can edit the text. So you can edit the text over there. And how is that possible? I'll show you, don't worry. So let us see the system here. I'll take you to the desktop here, and while I'm looking at the Word, okay, I will delete all this. So this is a new page, so, or let us put all this, and then let us go here. So you have two options, that is save and save as. You have save and you have save as. You want to save this, you can directly save that, it will be saved, that is simply by Ctrl+S. Or if you want to name this, you can just type save as. So once you put the save as option, you have the highlighted option already here. So if you want to save as APSSDC, or you can put all in caps, project 1, and save it. So okay, so we'll see where is the option. So here is a APSSDC project 1, isn't it? So once you open it, we'll get it, or else I'll show you with the other file. I have deleted all that, and then I'll go here, I'll click Microsoft, I'll go for Microsoft Word. Yes, once I go to Microsoft Word, I'll click Ctrl O, and then I have APSSDC part 1 where I will be opening it. So, here is the saved file or else the renamed file of yours. Alright. Alright. This is what you just have to remember whenever I speak about the projects that you have saved. So, this is one of the things. Well, I'll explain you about in detail why should you actually save a file. You know, people, whenever I speak about the saving the file, the most important thing that you have to remember is whenever you are doing a lot of project works, or whenever you, especially when you are into college, you might have so many kinds of projects that you have to do on computer. So, when you do a lot of projects on computer, you will be saving different kinds of files, but always remember, if it is an alternative project that you are doing, for example, if you are doing a project for APSSDC, today is a day 1, tomorrow is a day 2, tomorrow is a day 3. So, do not just give names, just do not give whatever it comes into your mind onto the saving files. Always make sure that your saved files are understandable in a universal language. For example, if you keep day 1, day 2, day 3, people will understand that this is the project of day 1, this is the project of day 2. So, always make sure you, whenever you give a command to the computer for the Microsoft Windows, you know, make sure that you put a proper update, or you put a proper text, or you put a proper name, so that anybody can understand about what is the Word document all about. So, always name it and then save it, because it will be also useful for you to review it any time you want. So, that is how data is being played by the people. So, even when you give the name to the particular folder, once you give a name to your particular folder, you want to open it anytime, you can go and just search it through your computer. So, this is the easy way to access. So, to always have a easy access for opening the windows, the savings is saving the file, and you know, putting a name for the file will play a major role in the MS Windows operating. So, always remember, whenever I speak about Microsoft Word, always try, it is not only about Word, or it is not about PPT, it is not about PowerPoint, it is not about Access, it is not about Excel, anything, any Microsoft product, it is not only about Microsoft products. You take any files, you know, always remember, whenever you save the document, try to give a proper name for that, so that you will not get confused when you have a situation where you have to reopen it and review it, then you will not get confused. So, this is what you just have to remember whenever I speak about the saving a document. Alright, so let us see the next slide. So, now I will be going in deep in working with text. In addition to simply typing words into a document, you can highlight, select, copy, cut and paste items using either standard Windows shortcut methods or buttons in Word. To select a block or text, click and hold the left mouse button at the beginning portion of the block you wish to select, and then drag the mouse over the desired text. You will notice that the text will be highlighted as you do this. Once you have the desired text selected, release the mouse button . Note that while clicking on another part of the document, while you have text selected, will deselect it. I think I already have given a clear brief about it, but still I will take you on understanding this documents, you know, because documents is a very major important, and when you do not know how to edit the documents, or when you do not know how to edit this, or when you do not know how to save the document, or when you do not know what to do to the document, or when you do not know how to customize the document, or when you do not know how to actually customize or make the interface changes of the documents, you really can't use a Microsoft Word. So while I'm talking about the documents in Microsoft Word, make sure this document is been properly edited or properly uh, you know customized so that it will be useful. So today I'll be telling you about the documents and the internal usage of the documents. So when I speak about the internal usage, we have how to open, how to create a new one, we have how to save the document, and now we have working with text in the document, because probably there are so many jobs in the internet. I mean, if you go to the internet, find jobs, you have so many kind of jobs that indicate work from home, right? So work from home is the most important thing that people will be concentrating on. So when I speak about work from home documents, you obviously have the raw file where you just will be able to download that, and once you download it, you will be basically working on that to customize it, and when you customize it, this working with text will help you out in understanding it. So let me give you a clear example on how we can work with the text. Let us see here. I'll take you with a new Microsoft document. So this is already a saved file, so I'll delete all this and then save it. So here is so let us have, so this is the text that we have, and this is the text what we have. So what I'll do, I will delete. So how to select the text? Click the left mouse button and drag how much amount you want. So this can be the selection, or as I have said, you press shift button. By holding the shift button, parallelly move your arrow buttons, like by one, by one, by one, by one. If you press the down arrow, it will directly go to the next line, and then the next line, and then the next line. You want to deselect, it's the easy way to use a Microsoft Word. So I don't want all this, so I'll come here and then delete. It's gone, right? I've just pressed the delete button and it all have gone. So make sure you don't delete everything, so whichever it is necessary. For example, you just want this to be deleted, so shift, I'll select till where I want to delete it. So I'll select till here and delete. So this has got deleted. So working with text is something which is very natural, and when I work with text, I don't want to see any of the underline. Probably this red underline signification says that it is wrong, so you just have to go correcting it. Okay, so now there are no, isn't it? No red underline marks here. So this is what you have done. It is just simply called as working with text. Okay, so when you work with text, the only thing that you have to remember is how exactly you're working with text and what is that you're using basically in the text. So when you're working with text, the most important thing that you have to remember is how exactly you're using the text for what thing. For example, if you want to highlight some things, you basically apply a color. If you don't want to highlight anything, just put it in the normal black color. And when you're editing the text, just also concentrate on which font size the people would be convenient enough. For example, if I am showing you a display, obviously the font size should be the more. I mean, if you can see here, so this can't be seen, right? For you, this is not visible for you, isn't it? So I'll try to increase a bit so that it will be visible for you whenever you view the document. So always remember, viewer's convenience is most important in the viewing and sharing of the documents. So this is all working with text. Especially people always remember, whenever you're working with text, the most important thing that you have to remember is how much size are you putting onto the font and what color are you putting up to the font. Are you highlighting any fonts? Are you highlighting any text? So these highlighting and non-highlighting things will help you out in understanding or it will make the viewer understand on what exactly you want to communicate to them. Or if you see, this is something where indirectly you're talking to somebody. So whenever you're talking, especially in communications, what happened, whenever you talk, you raise your voice, you decrease your voice. So by looking at your voice, or by hearing your voice, people will understand that you want to concentrate on the subject, or you want them to concentrate on the subject. At the same time, in the Microsoft Word, in the fundamentals of computers, when I speak about MS Word and the documents, in documents, when we work with the text, the most important thing is the highlighting things. Here if you can see, the presentation here. So PRS is being highlighted, mathematician is a highlighted, astronomer is a highlighted word, physicist is an amazing word, natural philosopher. All these are the names that is being given to Mr. Isaac Newton. So this has just been highlighted because yes, these are the most important points to be noted about Sir Isaac Newton. So these are the highlighted points when I am working with the text in this particular folder. And why is this italic have given here? Because this is something called as his book Philosophic. So this is the title of his book. So that's why it have been in the Italian font. So these are basically working with text, because just don't put same old kind of copy paste things, or just don't do a word always with the continuation part of it. So always have little rhythmic writing, or clear understanding for the people, to put some italic font, or sometimes make the font bold. If you can see, Sir Isaac Newton is in bold text. So this is how you actually work with the text. And now let me take you with the next slide. So I'll go with the PPT. All right. So now working with text content. Once you have the desired content selected, you can cut or copy it to use it another location. To cut the selected content, locate and select the cut button in the clipboard portion of the home ribbon menu. This will remove the selected content from its current location and allow you to use it elsewhere. Keyboard shortcut Ctrl X. To copy the selected content, locate and select the copy button in the clipboard portion of the home ribbon menu. This will copy the selected content, allowing you to use it elsewhere without removing it from the document. Keyboard shortcut Ctrl+C. To paste the text located, select the area, the documents in which you would like to paste, then locate and select Paste button located in the clipboard portion of the home ribbon menu. Keyboard shortcut Ctrl+V. So these are the most important things that you have to remember whenever I speak about the working with text content. So basically, when you want to take text from somewhere else and paste it here, the most important thing that you have to remember is how are you taking it and how are you pasting it. So if you can see here, I'll just give you a basic example on how to work with the text here. I'll go to the same. So I will make sure I will copy from here, or I'll just copy this. Yeah, I have copied his first book and then I have typed Ctrl+C, or if you can right click here, you have an option called as copy. So once I come here, I click the right mouse button and I have paste, alright, or simply Ctrl+V, right. So Ctrl+V is a shortcut for pasting, and for copying, Ctrl+C is for copying, and Ctrl+V, it's I'll tell you here, Control button plus C is copy and control button plus V is paste, and then now I'll just see what am I doing. Control C, control V plus X equal to cut. So these are the three shortcuts whenever you're using okay. So whenever you're using it, make sure you have these shortcuts used when you are editing the content of the text in the Microsoft Word. So this is the most important thing that you have to remember whenever I speak about the using of this contents in the Microsoft Word, especially in the documents. Because guys, when you are using documents, whenever you are using documents, control C, control V, control X play a very major role. And of course, never ever forget the another shortcut. So I'll go to a new shortcuts. I'll paste it. So these are, and then I will select this, control V plus Z equal to undo and plus R equal to okay, basically you don't need this. So these are one of the 4 options that we use it continuously. I mean, whenever you are on the Word and whenever you're working on Word, probably these 4 options or these 4 shortcuts are continuously being used, because these help you in creating the files very fast, because you just can't sit for an hour and work on this Word, isn't it? So this is the most easiest way that you have to edit the content of the text. So people, today we have learned a few of the documents editing in the Word. So it's all about MS Office and how to use the Word in MS Office, the internal parts of it, and how to edit the content. So basically, once you only practice on the keyboard by putting control, always remember this little finger, the little finger you can see, this should be on control all the time. So once if you put this control button, this thumb can go anywhere for pressing this. So this can make your work more easier while you are basically working on the Microsoft Word. So this is the important thing that I just want to tell you today. So when I speak about the next session, or when I speak about the next slide, let me take you with the next slide. That is working with text, as I have already showed you. Cut, copy, paste, or the option of the paste that you have is here. This is how you actually work with the content. And then you also have the options on top of your slide, cut button and copy button, because as I have said you, these are the most important things that we will be continuously using in the Word when we are working with the text. So now we have font settings. As I have said you can literally increase the font, decrease the font, and you can manipulate the font as per your suggestions and as per your interfaces. So this can help you out in enabling and modifying the text. So this font settings and more of font usages will be explained to you in the next class. So before I end up the session, what you have learned today is one of the most important things that you have to remember, whenever I say about documents, make sure that what and how you are editing the documents. The first thing is where are you, are you opening a new one or not? If you want to open a new one, then go for a Control O option, and then if you want to save it, just put up Control S or Control Shift S for the new document, and always rename it, because naming the document will help you in reviewing it. And then we have the most used commands, that is Control C, Control V, Control X and Control Z, that is for undo, copy, paste and cut. So these are the most important things that we have learned for today's class, and thank you so much for listening to this class. And I am Kranth, and I will be taking you more classes. Thank you so much, and I am from APSSDC.